Hello. I suppose after 2.5 years of being the Dean of the College of Pharmacy, I need no introduction. But just in case, I'm Kelly Smith, and I welcome you to the inaugural State of the College Address. My vision is to share these messages annually for us to celebrate successes from the past year, acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead, and project our plans for rising to those challenges. My other vision, admittedly, is to deliver this message in person in 2022. In so many ways, 2020 was challenging, confusing, discouraging. I could go on, but I think you get the picture. Actually, you were in that picture, weren't you? Despite a pandemic that forced us to completely rethink everything we do, we rose to the challenge. Classes were held, albeit in new ways, as faculty reinvented how they taught and inspired the future generation of pharmacists and researchers. Preceptors across the state graciously stepped up to host even more of our PharmD students in their practice sites. Students graduated. Research continued, and new collaborations were forged. Patients were cared for, and communities were served. Monies were awarded for hard-fought grants, and support continued from our gracious donors. Yes, we rose to the challenge. Our college escalated in the U.S. News & World Report rankings. We are now listed as 24th among approximately 140 colleges of pharmacy in the nation. We celebrated many prestigious awards and recognitions in the PharmDog family, including our Teacher of the Year, Dr. Tricia Brannon, the Georgia Pharmacy Magazine dedication in honor of Dr. Brian Seagraves, and the Staff Member of the Year, recognizing Gloria Strait. We rose to the challenge. We created a new double dog degree program, a BS in Biochemical Engineering, Masters of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences that launches this fall. Renovations were completed on the 4th floor of the R.C. Wilson building, providing new laboratory space for students in the BS in Pharmaceutical Sciences program. This space is configured to increase our ability to train our students in biological techniques and therapeutics. Our current research grant portfolio rose to more than $30 million. Research grants and awards increased by 33%. Expenditures shot up by 40%, and the number of awards expanded by nearly 10%. We rose to the challenge. We implemented our Alumni Ambassador program that engages alumni throughout the state and country in student recruitment, career development, and alumni outreach and connections. 5 alumni representing 3 businesses were named by the UGA Alumni Association to Bulldog 100, the fastest growing 100 companies owned or operated by UGA alumni. In addition, Dr. Ashish Advani, class of 2007 and president of Infarmed, was selected for UGA's 40 Under 40, the top 40 young alumni with careers on the rise. And we're extremely proud of the College of Pharmacy's 2020 Alumni Award recipients. Dr. Marie Chisholm Burns, class of 92 and 93, Distinguished Service Award. Dr. Stephen Cutler, class of 89, and Dr. Terry Davidson, class of 80, Distinguished Alumni. And Dr. Christy Cecil Forehand, class of 2010, and Dr. Becky Mock, class of 2014, Outstanding New Alumni. We rose to the challenge. Despite the pandemic that forced a 7% budget reduction, we added much-needed faculty and staff positions and promoted 10 of our own faculty and staff, allowing for career growth and opportunities. We recommitted to our diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts following the racial turmoil that occurred over the summer. We are making sure that we embrace diversity at all levels and that we are inclusive in every aspect of our programming and our work environment, including recruitment, retention, teaching and learning, student services and support, and community outreach. We rose to the challenge. And finally, and something I'm especially proud of, we supported the heart of our college, our students. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have raised $45,000 from 190 supporters for emergency funding for students in need. With these new funds and generous endowments already at hand, we awarded nearly $74,000 to 38 students. 131 of our staunchest supporters heard the call and donated more than $13,000 to increase our focus on supporting the mental health of our students, staff, and faculty. We rose to the challenge. To understand the direction the college needs to take in the future, we must first pause and reflect, not only on where we've been, but where we are right now. We have a long and storied tradition of teaching and training students who are now leaders in pharmacy, health services and outcomes, and pharmaceutical sciences. Yet, it's inevitable that transition will occur due to changes in leadership, people, the profession, higher education, sciences, and even external factors beyond our control, like a pandemic. This time of transition can feel like a time of turmoil. Yes, there have been a lot of changes and transitions taking place in our college, and some of them may have been uncomfortable. However, change leads to transformation. For us to move to a higher level, to rise up, to achieve the future we have planned, we have to become something even better than we were before. Mere transition, the act of simply moving from one place or state of being to another, can be difficult. But the power of transforming means changing what we are and who we are and how we do things so that we become something new and inspiring. Transformation requires us all to be bold, to embrace change, and work together towards something greater. Simply put, bold courage allows for challenging transitions to become those welcomed transformations. If we are to rise to the challenge of transforming the College of Pharmacy for the future, we need a set of directions. And that's where our new strategic plan comes into play. Months before the pandemic, we began the visioning process for our 5-year strategic plan for the college. This was synchronized with the university's strategic planning process. Our faculty and staff willingly participated in the process, and students, alumni, and donors offered input as well. A college-wide strategic planning committee was charged with gathering data and digesting the needed components in order to craft a comprehensive 5-year strategy. This effort was led by Dr. Michael Bartlett. 5 key strategic directions emerged from these collaborative efforts. These directions will now serve as our guiding principles for the next 5 years. Promoting excellence in teaching and learning, growing research, innovation, and entrepreneurship, strengthening partnerships with communities across Georgia and around the world, investing in innovation and excellence, committing to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Each unit in the College of Pharmacy is set to finalize its own strategic plan in the next few months, connecting the college's aspirations to the frontline level. Dr. Mike Fulford is facilitating these efforts and the process that we will take to operate according to these important aspirations. At each of these levels, collectively, we have developed our prescription for the future. Soon, you will see efforts to promote and amplify our strategic plan to those who will make our plan come to life. Our faculty, staff, students, alumni, and partners, such as you will see that our strategic plan is not just a document full of words and KPIs. It is our commitment to the future, what we will do, how we will do it, and more importantly, why we are here. There's more to come with our prescription for the future, so stay tuned. 2020 It was quite a year full of challenges that affected every layer of what we do and seemingly every fiber of our being. 2020 also was a year full of opportunities to rise to those challenges. 2020 required courage, a commitment to our mission, and a commitment to one another. You were determined to rise to every challenge. You were determined to rise up. And for that, we are all the better.